Pair of jeans, a shirt or two. We didn't pack it.
Alright guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Victor Law. This channel talks about real estate and self-development. It's a little bit paise in doing this because I'm currently outdoors, but I'm gonna do it anyway. So let me ask you this. Do you think that a person's success is highly dependent on their career or the person himself? Some people might say the career. Oh, he's a doctor, of course he's going to be successful. Oh, she's an accountant, of course she's going to be wealthy in the future. But I personally think that a person's success is highly dependent on themselves. What kind of mindset do they have, level of motivation, and of course overall personality. So for today, I would like to share with you guys 3 mindsets that you must have in order to be successful in whatever career. Alright, and the first thing is focus on commitment and not motivation. Just how committed are you towards achieving your goals and dreams? Are you willing to sacrifice time with family, time with friends, or maybe late night outings with colleagues for beer and wine? Are you willing to wake up early so that you can exercise and get your mindset right before you start your day so that you can have a much more productive and motivated day ahead? Most of you would say yes, yes, yes. Of course, why wouldn't I? I want that big car, I want that big house. But from what I see, it's just all talk. Everyone says that they want to do this or they want to do that. But at the end of the day, they don't actually take action towards actually doing it and achieving their goals. Most people just talk big, but action only a small amount. Now, why is that? It's because they are motivated and not committed. For example, they might be motivated in achieving a task for today and then they'll work hard towards it and they work until 3 a.m. in the morning. And then let's just say that the second day they feel motivated as well. They work on the same task, trying to complete everything, and then they work until 3 a.m. again. But what about for the third day, the fourth, the fifth, 1 month later or 1 year later? Will they be able to stay consistent? Well, most likely, the answer will be no. Why? Because they only work hard when they feel like it. And what do I mean by feel like it? What I mean by that is that only when they are motivated. Us humans, we are constantly in this motivation roller coaster. Sometimes we feel good, sometimes we don't, sometimes we do, and then sometimes we don't again. So it's very difficult for us to stay consistent towards our tasks and what we need to do in order to achieve our goals and dreams. So that's why we must be committed rather than motivated. Because if we're committed towards doing something, no matter what, we will get it done. Regardless whether do we feel motivated on that day or not, we will finish it. I don't care if I'm tired, I don't care if I don't have the time, I'll make the time, and I don't care if everyone else is out partying. I'll work overtime just to finish my task. Because I'm committed towards achieving my goals and I will not stop until I have achieved them. And if I feel motivated for that day, great, it's a big bonus to me. But then if I don't, who cares? I'm still going to accomplish what I set out to do. So if you guys think that that was a powerful tip, give me some of these. Alright guys, in a condominium, currently waiting for my client at the lobby section so we can talk about number 2, which is to don't be afraid of failures. If Steve Jobs was afraid of people not liking his product, there would be no iPhone. If Michael Jordan was afraid of taking a shot, he would have never taken any shots. All of these successful characters were never once afraid of failures. Whenever they failed, they got back up straight away. For me, I used to fail a lot. I used to get very bad grades when I was a younger kid. And I was almost always the last placed person in the entire classroom. And then I went to secondary school. Same thing, I failed from Form 1 to Form 5 up until one day, one of the teachers said that SPM was just around the corner. And for this SPM, if I fail, essentially I will not have a very bright future. So after hearing that, I was so stressed out and just scared because I know that I have always been failing in my academic studies and I thought for sure I was about to fail my SPM, the exam that was supposed to determine my future back then. But when I cleared my head, I sat down and I thought to myself, well, I can whine and complain all day long, but nothing is going to change. So what I did was I buckled up, I studied harder, and I went for tutoring classes. So for the next few months, I studied my ass off. And then when the finals came, I passed most of my subjects in flying colors. That was the first time where I felt, wow, working hard and being determined really does work. Working hard does pay off. Same goes for my viewing sessions. I can go for 10 viewing sessions, and then at the end of the day, there would only be 2 or 3 clients who would actually buy the properties from me. So it's failure after failure after failure, and then more failures than success. Now I have come to the point where failure is already second nature to me. I don't mind failures anymore because I know that it's the failures that will lead you to success. Grant Cardone said it best: I might fail, but I'll never quit. And if I never quit, I'll never fail. Comment down below, guys, and let me know if you now know that failure leads to success.
Tomorrow feels a year away.
Alright guys, and the third thing is to take bigger swings. A few months back, I was a rather stingy guy. I didn't want to spend too much money on clothing, even though it would make me feel better during my viewing sessions, especially when it's a sunny day. I did not want to get a new camera because it's going to cost me more or less around another 5,000 ringgit, but then I know that it will up my YouTube game. And I didn't want to spend money on a new computer because it was going to cost me another 5,000 ringgit, but it will make my editing so much smoother and without any frustration. So I was constantly saving up money for nothing essentially, up until one day I've learned something from a YouTuber. His name is Alex Becker. He said that if he could travel back in time, he would have done things differently when he was in his early 20s. And the number one thing that he mentioned was taking bigger swings whenever you can afford them. What he meant was, when you're young, try to invest in things where you might not see immediate results now, but then you know that it will most likely bring you massive results in the near future, maybe around 5 to 10 years from at that point in time. He gave a few examples, such as if he invested in a few stocks back then, now he will be earning a little bit more money. Or if he invested in a better camera back then when he was 20s, now he will have so much more subscribers at his 30s. Or if he invested more in himself and took bigger swings back then in his 20s, he will be in a very different place right now in his 30s. He had the money back then to invest in all of these things, but then he didn't want to. Because why? Same thing with me. He wanted to keep on saving for nothing. So from that single video from Alex Becker, I've learned to take bigger swings in life. Invest in better clothing so that I can feel better during my viewing sessions, especially during hot days. Invest in a much better camera so that I can deliver much better quality videos to all of my audiences out there. And of course, number 3, invest in a better computer so that I can try to edit my videos much faster and of course with less frustrations. And then right now, I am about to invest nearly around 50 to 80,000 ringgit on a new system that will help me and my team dominate the entire real estate market. So now my mindset towards investing has changed, and I'm beginning to invest more in my knowledge, myself, and of course my future, rather than focusing too much on what only works now but then might not work in the near future. So guys, don't be stingy, be willing to take those big swings, and I guarantee to you that your future self will thank you for it. Alright guys, if you made it to the end of the video, I appreciate you, man. Give the video a thumbs up, and if you're new here, hit subscribe, hit that bell, because I drop one true video each and every Wednesday of the week and you wouldn't want to miss them. And I will talk to you in the next one. Stay motivated.
Stack